Welcome, everyone. Greetings, greetings. And this is Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. As seen on the web since 2007, heard on the web since, I would say, the late 1990s. It is the middle of October 2022, my favorite time of year and my favorite month, October. And I just want to welcome all viewers and any guests that come on the show, any participants. You know, it's the chaos continues in the United States and in the world. Nothing has let up yet. And right now, I have my eyes on the trials involving former President Donald Trump, and the part he has played in the January 6th insurrection crisis that took place. And we all know the answers to what part he played. The media tries their best to remain unbiased, but we know exactly what happened. And all I could say is uh, the American voter, if they had all of their brain cells firing, should have known what they were getting into when they started supporting Donald Trump and going to his rallies and voting for him. They knew what they were getting into. He's not a politician. He's not a public servant. He's a showman, and he. I really don't know what his true net worth was, but he he was a real estate mogul, um, born with a huge silver spoon in his mouth. His father um, got him off to a massive head start in life in the family business. And that was it. You know, he was like any other spoiled, coddled, rich kid. And personally, without his father, he was a complete failure at what he did for a living with all his bankruptcies. And then at some point in time, um, when he hit middle age, he started losing his marbles, so to speak. The narcissism, the egomaniacal narcissism got the better of him, and the racist tendencies he got from his father. I mean, his father was a slumlord, so that shows you what role model his father played, and all the uneducated or lack of common sense, lack of intellect, uh, racist fools in all the southern states and out west. They saw an opportunity to support a man that was verbalizing what they thought and how they felt their whole lives. So the emotion of of him stirring up everyone at his rallies, they got he got the crowd really going. He incited a lot of negativity, and he played on the emotions of how they really felt. Most of them are still fighting the Civil War, and they found someone that that they had something politically in common with, and the man is not even. He talks. His ideology is like a Southerner, uh, like a Confederate, but he's from New York. He's from New York City. So this northern Yankee from New York City who um, won the hearts of all these people still fighting the Civil War. So that's why everything that's Washington and everything that has to do with the government is bad to them. That's why they are anti-government or anti-big government, because deep down they're still fighting the war that they lost, and in reality they're guilty of treason for seceding from the Union, and it sounds like certain states want to secede from the Union because that's how these people are. They're very hateful. They're very resentful. of the northern states. And hey, Western Mike, howdy doody to you too. And happy Saturday, Feliz Sábado in Spanish. Happy Saturday, 2022. I believe it is October 15th, 2022, like I said before. Okay, I'm going to bring up the first topic of this week's show. Oh, you're on your way out. You're not out already. Cool. Be safe, all right? I'll see you then. Western Mike has had a wonderful live stream show, both originally on YouTube and on Instagram. And Western Mike, he touches upon very deep topics, things that involve today's chaotic, often insane society. He discusses the lack of common sense, and he tries to bring a voice of reason and common sense to the viewers, to the public, with his shows. And I always enjoy having Western Mike as a co-host when he is available, when he's free to come on. So he resides in San Francisco, California. So there is a 3-hour time difference. But thank you, Western Mike. Actually, I went live late because I took a nap earlier and I woke up late. What I should have done was set my alarm on the phone, but I didn't do it. And my eyes opened up at, I think it was 8:05 p.m. Eastern time. So I had to rush and scurry about to get everything ready. Thank you, Western Mike. You were always a wonderful guy, very sincere, very intelligent, and I'm proud of what you have been doing and what you have accomplished in your personal life, as well as your, I guess, your sort of journalist life or your screen life. Both you have excelled at. Okay. Now we're going to play a little Jesse Ventura. I only have one. A recent video by Jesse, the Governor Ventura, the Body Ventura, former governor of Minnesota and former professional wrestling legend, and the former star of the hit show that was taken off the air by the powers that be, called Conspiracy Theory, on what they like to refer themselves as True TV. I told them that if you remove Jesse Ventura, you can't be True TV, and they cursed me out on Facebook. See how some people don't like hearing the truth, right? I mean, I just want to say hi here to Mr. Ronnie S. of Clearwater, Florida. Thank you, Ronnie S. You're the man, Ronnie S. It's another great, very intelligent co-host of mine. Yep, just see the body. Mr. Jason Cleveland is at a college football. Well, I can't. Hold on. I can't. Hold on. You know, I'll send them the link. Even though I'm gonna have to put my I'm gonna have to put my foot down if he goes on a ranting rampage. But I'll send him the link. What the hell? If he can't come on, at least he'll know where I am when he gets the link. You know, at least he'll know. He'll know where I am. Excuse me. All right. I know last Saturday night's show was really awesome. It was fast and furious. I had a full panel. It went really well. But regardless what happens, I always suck it up and make the best of it, and everything will be fine. Well, that hurricane is done. It is still hurricane season, so you never know. I hope it's done because Florida dealt with a fortune in damage. You know, there was this family in South Florida. They lived inland, somewhat inland, not on the coast, but that doesn't stop the ravages of the hurricane. If you're 20 miles inland, you still feel it. They live in a storm resistant building. The way buildings are supposed to be built in the region of the Caribbean. Storm resistant, cement block and steel. I believe the building is elevated on cement block and steel, pilings, whatever. So the flood water can just rush underneath and go right through. And they rode out the hurricane by staying home. I guess the windows had those metal shutters or panels that close and you lock it. And the roof was different than your typical roof. And guess what? They had no damage because they were living in the proper type of structure. And everything was fine with them. And I don't understand why the insurance companies, like after Hurricane Andrew, if you remember that, which was a pretty devastating hurricane, the insurance companies said they were going to get tough with South Florida and make sure that the only homes that are constructed are the storm resistant type homes. Well, what happened to that? What did happen to that? Good morning, my dear Masumi. Good morning to you. It is now 9:41 a.m. in that area of Japan, in the southeastern Japan. She lives in a distant suburb of Tokyo, but now she's visiting her daughter, who is north of her, 3.5 hour drive north of her. So she's with her daughter and grandson, and I send greetings to her daughter Lisa and her grandson Chihiro. So good morning to Masumi and family. Jason is at a college football game. Yeah, you were young. You were in Long Island in the days of hurricane. You see, that's how all those Burmese pythons and green iguanas got loose in South Florida from Hurricane Andrew. Seriously, that's how they got loose. And I don't know about the cane toads, but they do sell them as pets, and people in South Florida that decide that the pet is not for them anymore, they have a tendency to dump them in the wild. And guess what? The weather of South Florida is enough for them to survive and thrive, unfortunately. And then Florida's native species are threatened. You're very welcome, Masumi. You're very welcome indeed. Masumi from Japan. Okay. I have a new rule. Anyone who attempts to rudely and discourteously dominate the show and cut me off and drown me out and spread and try to troll the show or spread what's the word, extremist ideas and opinions of extremism will be instantly muted and or booted. I'm not going to raise my voice and stress myself out and argue with anyone. You know, I mean, you see, when I'm online with the great Ronald Theriot, we talk like adults. We have very courteous banter back and forth. He says what he needs to say, and then when he's done, he pauses, and I say what I need to say. Then I pause, and then he rebuttals, and it goes. You know, we're fine. That's how it should be. What's going on in Central Florida? I think I missed some. There's always violence that's taken place in the United States, gun violence. It's not subject to one state, but I don't know. There's something else happened in Central Florida. I'm clueless. I mean, yeah, of course, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Western Mike is more than welcome. Many of the people who type commentary are more than welcome. I know some people are very shy when it comes to being seen on video. Very shy. Some people have a face for radio and a voice for print, if you know what I mean. Okay. A voice for radio and a face for radio and a voice for print. Okay. Poor Jesse Ventura. He's been waiting this whole time. If I seem very mellow, it's only because I woke up late from a nap, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and I was supposed to go live at 8 p.m., and I did not set my alarm, which I should have. I should have set my alarm. Okay. Here we go. Well, a long time ago, excuse me, I gave him an idea of calling it like West Coast Mike, because Western Mike makes people think of cowboys, and they're thinking that maybe he's from Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Montana, or any of those states, and he's wearing a Western hat. And he talks like a cowboy, but that's not true. He's in a very modern, progressive city, one of the most progressive areas of the country, San Francisco, California. Also, the states of Oregon and Washington are also very progressive. And,
hello,
and we have a surprise here. I haven't seen Mr. Geordie, performing artist, songwriter, techno extraordinaire from the country of Scotland. Geordie, great seeing you.
howdy.
Howdy to you. And I like your glasses there. And and you got the LED lights in the background. That I love so much.
Yeah, James, I seen that you were wife, and I thought, hey, James's wife, I want to drop in and say, yo, I hope you're doing good, buddy. Hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I just wanted to drop in and say, yo, that's all.
Oh, thank you for the surprise visit. And you're usually on someone else's show on Saturday, right? Usually.
Yeah, I'm everywhere these days. I'm everywhere. I'm out and about,
Bounce
Yeah.
around, you're out and about. That's cool. It's really a pleasure to see you after a long period of absence. I mean, occasionally when you see me on, you come on and say hi. And anything new with you, with your that you would like to talk about?
Um, well, we got a new prime minister. She's called Liz Truss, and I'm not too sure about her, but that's about it.
New prime minister that started. Now, what are you drinking there? The Heineken in a big can.
A big can of Heineken. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had a bottle that you showed me.
Oh, that was Desperados. Yeah, this is stuff that I've got. I'm going to review this stuff throughout the week.
Desperado.
Yeah.
That looks good. What do you got? A cooler with like ice or something next to you?
Oh no, this is my mini fridge right here.
Oh, you got your mini fridge right next to the computer, the desktop. Oh,
Yeah.
You're smart, man. You're a smart cookie.
Yeah. James,
Yeah.
it's good to see you, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cheers to you, bro. As I said, I just wanted to jump in and say yo.
And
Cheers.
Have a good weekend, and cheers to you, Geordie from Scotland.
Cheers, Ronnie. Cheers. Cheers, Jason Cleveland.
Yes, Jason Cleveland's here. the Washington Huskies football game, a college game. He's at the stadium now. Thank you, Jason Cleveland, for stopping by, and thank you, Jordy, for stopping by.
James, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stay awesome, and stay cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, buddy.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you around. Keep in touch.
Peace, love, and happiness to y'all. Cheers. Goodbye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Wow, that was a surprise. We always have surprises here on Progressive Discussions. Jason Cleveland, I hope the weather is decent for you at the stadium. You know, cool and crisp, and I hope the air quality has improved for you, and you're not breathing in that wildfire smoke. Okay. All right, let me go back to Jesse Ventura. I know I've done this a few times, but you know, surprises happen here on my show, which is nice.
Hi, Governor Jesse Ventura here for Die First, Then Quit. You know, I love doing this. This really allows me to speak out on anything I want to talk about, uncensored, and don't have to worry about even being edited unless my son does it. And I'll grab him by the scruff of the neck if he ever edits me. I thought I'd storytell a little bit today over something that I had the opportunity to do when I was governor. I got the opportunity to fly to Havana, Cuba, and actually sit down for a complete hour with Fidel Castro.
Oops. Oops. Oh, wait, let me see what happened to Jesse. Oh, that's not nice, Jesse. Subscribe for the full video? Jesse, that is not nice. That really sucks. I wonder if his son was up to this. Oh, that really I'm surprised, man. That's not nice of Jesse Ventura and his son to do that. To think I'm gonna watch a video of his visit to Cuba meeting Fidel Castro, and then all of a sudden it says subscribe to see the full video. Bart Robinson, it's always great to see you. Good evening and happy and feliz sábado. Happy Saturday to you. And I hope you're having a good weekend. You know, I hate to say this, but Jesse, I'm putting you in the Progressive Discussions of official Chiselers Hall of Shame, that now you're going to be playing your videos and then you're going to immediately stop it and say, watch the full video if you subscribe to me, to him. Not nice. Not nice at all. Not nice. I have to call him like I see him. Yeah, whenever you can, Ronnie, whenever you can. The Inflation Reduction Act is saving millions of Americans hard-earned money and setting up a blue wave this fall. Well, cheers to that, even though I'm drinking iced tea, but I do have a wonderful craft pumpkin beer that I can crack open. And it's a pumpkin beer I brought on Ronald J. Terrio's show Wednesday, and it was a winner. He's the fucking man, but you know, he never did anything like that. I always, when he made a video, I watched the entire video. He's gonna. People are gonna give him a lot of negative feedback for doing that. Yeah, me too. It ended abruptly as soon as he said my trip to Cuba, when I met Fidel Castro, and it ended, and it says to watch the full video, subscribe. That wasn't nice, really. That's like a bait and switch. You know about bait and switch, right, Jason and Ronnie? That's the old sleazy retail capitalist trick called bait and switch. Oh no! I want to see a blue wave. I would love to see a progressive, independent, uh, uh, democratic socialist wave. Not a corporate whore, moderate or a neoliberal PC wave, but a real progressive wave. When the progressives are in office, they always put more money into my checking account. When the Republicans are in office, I have a lot less money in my checking account. Oh, I can't wait for the new Krampus movie. I hope there's a new Krampus movie to come out. I don't like the commercialized Christmas holiday where everyone has to spend money that they don't have, and then people complain about their gifts anyway. Jason does the bait and switch. No, he's true blue. You can't get more sincere and integrity than Mr. Jason Cleveland. I'm serious. No, the bait and switch is when somebody sucks you in that has another motive, an ulterior motive, draws you in with something like baiting, like putting a lure, a really flashy lure and some bait on a hook. If you're going bass fishing, bait. Happy Festivus for the rest of us and Krampus Day to me. Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. Happy winter solstice Yule for those that are not Christians. Tulsi, Tulsi's right wing. I got a video that I'm going to play about Tulsi. All right. Let me, I feel a little warm. I'm going to have to bring up an avatar. Okay. I'll bring up an avatar because I need to get some ventilation going. Hey, Jordy, I thought you were on somebody else's show. Oh, excuse me. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Ah. Get some fresh air going. Get some fresh air. Oh. I could tell that I went live late because I forgot to do something very important for my comfort. Now, okay. Yeah, Jesse, that wasn't nice. Like Bart Robinson said, that was weak. That was weak, man. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get this over with.
I'm calling on my...
I'm going to get this over with in honor of Mr. Iranius. Let me just get the screen up. Okay. All right, guys.
I'm calling on my fellow common sense, independent-minded Democrats to join me in leaving the Democratic Party. If you can no longer stomach the direction that the so-called woke Democratic Party ideologues are taking our country, I invite you to join me.
Tulsi Gabbard announced what, honestly, most common sense, rational Americans already knew. She's a Republican. She has made it pretty clear in various ways in the recent past, including hosting Tucker Carlson's show when he was out, constantly rubbing elbows with all sorts of nefarious figures in the right wing, criticizing Democrats for what Republicans engage in far more than Democrats do. And I'll make that case with the receipts in just a moment. But I love this because it's this self-important announcement that she's leaving the Democratic Party over the one thing that Republicans have decided to make their politics about, which is anti-wokeness. That is the full extent of their political beliefs, anti-wokeness. That's all they talk about. That's all they draw attention to. They've got nothing else. So without further ado, why don't we take a look at the entirety of her videos and do a breakdown just to point out the insane hypocrisy of what she claims Democrats are up to while completely providing cover for the right wing.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who are driven by cowardly wokeness.
Elitist cabal. Elitist cabal. Elitist cabal is interesting framing, okay? Because she loves to hang out with elitists. I mean, she's good friends with Tucker Carlson, good friends with, well, before he passed away, Sheldon Adelson, hangs out with all sorts of elitists, to say the least. And in fact, if you just kind of take a look at the details on what she says about warmongers, the elitist cabal of warmongers, she kind of fits in that category. What do I mean? Well, Mrs. Aloha loves to pretend like she's the peace candidate. At least when she was running for president, that's what she kind of branded herself as. I'm all about aloha. I do yoga videos. I go surfing, and I'm anti-war. I'm anti-regime change war. But for anyone who takes even a moment to read into her congressional record, her past statements and various interviews that she's done, she's not the anti-war candidate. Far from it. Let me give you the receipts, because that's what matters on this show. The actual evidence to back up the point that we're trying to make. Fact of the matter is, she's very much in favor of war. I'll give you, several examples. Great article that was written by Max Van Dyke in International Policy Digest. Good summary here. During an interview with the Hawaii Tribune Herald, Gabbard described her views on foreign policy with the following. When it comes to the war against terrorists, I'm a hawk. When it comes to counterproductive wars of regime change, I'm a dove. Now, the war on terror, as you all can imagine, is very vague. You could describe anything as a war on terror. I mean, anyone could say that we're engaging in helping the Ukrainians against Russia due to Russia's terror. We're waging a war on terror against Russia as they're terrorizing Ukraine. You can use that statement to fit into any international conflict. So it was intentionally vague because if you look at her record, There's all sorts of military funding that she's been in favor of.
Well, you could use that as it applies also to domestic terrorism with whatever shootings, bombings, whatever takes place in the United States, domestic terrorism. You know, I know what she means by that. It's a vague, open subject.
All sorts of interventions she's been in favor of. It's been pretty incredible. Elaborating on her views on the war on terror during an appearance on NDTV, Gabbard told an interviewer that the US has a responsibility to, quote, root out evil wherever it is, to defeat Islamic extremism. One might easily mistake this as a quote from Dick Cheney. And that's exactly right, exactly right. It is our responsibility to root out evil wherever it is. Now, what she's referring to is Muslims. If you look at her record, she also seems to, have some pretty serious Islamophobic beliefs. But I'll continue. I'll give you some more receipts for this warmonger who lives in a glass house, yet is throwing stones at the Democrats. By the way, as if the Republican Party isn't full of warmongers?
Since when does the United States need to be the police of the entire world? Did all of the countries that are members of the United Nations, the UN, including the countries of NATO, European Union, did they all get together and ask the United States government, can you be the police of the entire world? Could you save people from all over the globe in every crisis that takes place? No, that never happened. They never asked the US for that. It's ridiculous. And they don't want, I'm sure they don't want the United States occupying countries all over the world with their several hundred military bases that I am assuming cost taxpayers money.
Now let's just keep it real. The Democratic Party has deep issues. I am not erasing that. I'm not providing cover for that. That is something we talk about on this show on a regular basis. My issue with Tulsi Gabbard is her pretending that she's this peace-loving individual who doesn't want these interventions abroad. She absolutely has been supportive of these interventions. But more importantly, as she's attacking Democrats, she's providing cover for Republicans not only engaging in the same bad behavior, but doing so in a far more extreme way. Really, you're gonna pretend like the Republican Party is the peaceful anti-war party? Are you insane? Let me give you more. According to a 2018 article from The Intercept, Gabbard again doubled down on her support for drone strikes in the Middle East to fight terror. Let's pause for a second. Let's come to me. Go back to TYT's YouTube page, Facebook page, wherever you watch your content. Go back to the archives and watch our commentary about President Barack Obama's expansion of the drone war. We were always incredibly critical of that. But while we were critical, Tulsi Gabbard doubled down on that policy. She liked that policy. She liked that expansion. Let me give you more. She said, with these terror cells, for example, yes, I still believe that the right approach to take is these quick strike forces, surgical strikes in and out very quickly, no long-term deployment, no long-term occupation, to get rid of the threat that extremists and that extremists and then get out. And the very limited use of drones in those situations where our military is not able to get in without creating an unacceptable level of risk. That is the exact line of thinking that Obama used in his expansion of a drone war that killed untold numbers of civilians, innocent individuals who were not members of any insurgent group, who were not part of any terrorist cell, just innocent people, in some cases, as they were mourning their loved ones who had died as a result of our terror against them. Children, women, people celebrating at a wedding. Those were the quick drone strikes that we engaged in. The same drone strikes that Tulsi Gabbard is super supportive of in that comment. Let me give you more. Oh, there's so much more, guys. You getting tired of this? Because I love it. All it took was just a moment for everyone to sit their asses down and read about her. Just read about her. Look at her congressional record. But there were so many people who somehow were gullible enough to think that this woman was representative of peace and anti-imperialism. What a joke. Let me give you more. Gabbard also voted to increase the defense budget in 2018. She actually did so a few times. In fact, Gabbard has a bit of a history of voting against measures that would reduce military spending. For example, in 2013, Gabbard voted against measures to save money on aircraft carriers, reduce funding for submarines, cut wasteful spending, take steps toward closing Guantanamo Bay, and reducing Pentagon spending. She voted against all that, knowing full well that there's a lot of waste with taxpayer money being funneled to private military contractors. So she was very much part of a system that has redistributed wealth from the bottom to the top. I'm not done yet though. There's a little bit more, just a little bit. In 2014, Gabbard voted against an amendment that would prohibit US combat operations in Iraq, and against an amendment that would prevent funds being used for the 2002 AUMF in Iraq. The following year, Gabbard voted against reducing the number of required aircraft carriers the Navy was required to keep, cutting nuclear missile program funding, and a continuing resolution introduced by Representative Jim McGovern to remove US troops from Iraq and Syria. That's her record. I mean, sounds like a warmonger to me. If it talks like a warmonger, walks like a warmonger, it's definitely a warmonger. And that warmonger is throwing stones outside of her massive glass house. Then in 2016, Gabbard voted thrice, 3 times, against repealing or blocking funding for the 2001 AUMF, which is what currently gives American presidents a blank check for starting more endless wars. She's a fraud. And fact of the matter is she's also a coward, because I knew all this about her years ago. I was trying to warn the audience about her in 2019. And I was attacked viciously for it, by the way. And when she realized that I had the audacity to just read her congressional record and understand how she voted, she had her team right into TYT as we were quickly approaching an interview that Cenk and I were supposed to do with her, to let us know that she would not be doing the interview unless I was excluded from it, because she's a freaking coward who can't even stand by her own goddamn record. Let's hear more from the liar.
Who actively work to undermine our God-given freedoms that are enshrined in our Constitution, who are hostile to people of faith and spirituality, who demonize the police but protect criminals at the expense of law-abiding Americans.
God-given freedoms?
Who is this, Jane?
So what about
Who's
the people who don't believe in God in a country that has a separation of church and state?
Do you believe
And
in
what
God?
about the fact that we're currently grappling with a rise of Christian nationalism in this country, a rise in individuals who don't respect our First Amendment, which specifically states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. What about that? And while she is going after Democrats for doing away with our freedoms, after Republicans successfully stripped women of their bodily autonomy, you should also keep in mind that you have Republicans openly stating that they don't respect the Constitution and they certainly don't respect separation of church and state. They want to force, yes, force their religious beliefs on everyone in the country. Don't believe me? We've got some evidence on that too. Let's watch.
The church is supposed to direct the government. The government is not supposed to direct the church. That is not how our founding fathers intended it. And I'm tired of this separation of church and state junk.
Again, there is no separation of church and state. It's a fabrication. It's a fiction. It's not in the Constitution.
But Democrats are the problem, right? It's the Democrats. Democrats are the ones that are doing away with people's freedom. Just yesterday, Congresswoman Marjorie Greene talked about how we are in the best position to reverse same-sex marriage in this country.
James, you like this?
How's that for freedom? But Tulsi Gabbard loves it. Because if you look at her past, she's also anti-gay marriage. I mean, this is who she's been.
Kind of annoying.
And this attempt to rebrand herself as a Republican is hilarious because she's always been a right-winger. It's just, unfortunately, some people fell for this charade that she was engaged in. Final part of her video that I found so laughable had to do with corruption, actually. So let's watch that.
I believe in a government that's of the people, by the people, and for the people. Unfortunately, today's Democratic Party does not. Instead, it stands for a government that is of, by, and for the powerful elite.
Now, she's right that the Democratic Party, corporate Democrats in particular, are taking campaign donations from corporatists, from individuals who have destroyed our economic system and have fueled the inequality that we're seeing in this country right now. That's why Democrats, one of their biggest mistakes was moving further and further away from average working Americans. They used to represent blue collar workers. They used to represent workers in general in this country. But the FDR days are over for the Democratic Party, and that's a huge mistake. So I will grant her that point. But to make that point while completely ignoring the reality of corruption among Republicans is hilarious. Does anyone really think that Republicans are the party by the people, for the people? Really? I know they're using all this phony, surface level populist lingo, but why don't we take a look at who funds them? Let's start with the 2020 election, the last major general election. Man, Republican billionaires got real active, real active. Sheldon Adelson, who fortunately died in January of 2021, broke his own spending records, doling out $120 million to GOP, that means Republican congressional super PACs, $90 million to a pro-Trump super PAC, and about another $8 million to other conservative causes and candidates. That's interesting. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, from what I've read about her, is actually very familiar with Sheldon Adelson. Here's a tweet from Rabbi Shmuley with Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii and Miriam Adelson at our gala dinner last Thursday. Yeah, she loved to, get real cozy with these individuals. That was a tweet from May 9th of 2016. We've got more. Hedge fund heavyweight Ken Griffin, a Mitt Romney supporter in 2012, didn't donate directly to Donald Trump's campaign in 2016 or 2020. Instead, he focused on Congress, dumping $37 million into a super PAC supporting Senate Republicans and another $10 million to a group backing House Republicans over the last 2 years. Wow, that really seems like a party by the people and for the people. There's more. Of course, there's more. There's so much more. The richest man in private equity, Steven Schwartzman, put $35 million into a super PAC called the Senate Leadership Fund supporting Republican senators. He also gave $2 million to a group supporting one particular Republican senator, Susan Collins of Maine. Former President Trump also got some love, with committees that support him receiving $3.7 million. And I can't help myself. I just want to make sure you guys get the receipts, right? Because I'm just a dumb girl who doesn't know what I'm talking about. I have to be dogpiled for months and months and months until people realize what I'm talking about is actually based on evidence that I present on the show. But let me give you one more piece of evidence. Georgia mega donor Bernard Marcus donated $10 million to a super PAC that ran a slew of anti-Biden ads in the run-up to the election and put $5.8 million toward a super PAC focused on GOP Senate races. Marcus's co-founder from Home Depot, Arthur Blank, supported Biden in 2020, but Marcus spent more than 30 times as much money on Trump as Blank did on Biden. there's plenty of corruption to go around. To erase the bad behavior or provide cover for the bad behavior of right-wing politicians while attacking Democrats makes it clear that homegirl's got an agenda. But what I want you guys to understand is this agenda is not new. It's been here for a while now. And rather than immediately having a knee-jerk negative reaction to someone who's trying to warn you about who someone really is, especially a politician who's seeking power, maybe take a look at the evidence that's presented and make a judgment call instead of getting offended that your preconceived notions have been challenged. That's all I ask.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube membership.
Okay, I want to disagree with one thing about what Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks said. I believe that there's plenty of corruption to go around with the two major political parties, not just one, not just one. Okay. We are back. Let's see. I got to catch up on the. Well, before I catch up,
James, I got something to say. It's in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll bring it up. All right. I cracked open the River Horse Brewery Hippo Lantern pumpkin beer with pumpkin spices. I believe it's 8.1% alcohol.
You got a fancy beer, huh?
With a 12. I think 12 IBUs.
Fancy fucking beer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good. It's fantastic. It's very well balanced too. Nothing's overpowering. The spices are not overpowering. I can taste everything. The pumpkin, I can taste. They have a pretty good array of malts.
Now, is this
and hot?
Is this from your experience working with Ronald?
What?
Do you have the fancy beer?
Oh no, I brought this on Ronald's show Wednesday.
Okay.
The theme was pumpkin beer.
So it does have to do with it.
Well,
it's a continuation of your.
Well, it's a continuation because I bought a 6-pack.
Right.
It wasn't. They didn't have the one bottle or the one can.
You're not gonna drink the whole 6-pack in one night.
No, I have one. I've had a few of them, and
well, we know some people who might be able to do that, right?
You mean the guzzlers, the
hounds, the booze hounds.
The booze hounds.
The booze hounds, right?
You know, Ronald brought up a good point. He said there are many of these online these live stream shows where they just hang out for hours and they just guzzle booze and a beer.
Yeah. And I don't know many of them. I know Ronald's show, which is a pretty professional show. He doesn't get into that. And I know a few of the other guys. There's Beer Man, right? There's John and Illy. I don't know too many other ones that are doing like these all night hangout.
No, there are. Listen, these people are not part of the elite,
the booze community,
the founding fathers of craft beer reviews. You know, like when you're talking about are the real reviewers, not the alcoholics.
Well, they I don't know how even they come up with silly names for the reviewing stuff or silly descriptors, right? That nobody else can ever think of, right? So if you have a bottle of beer or a glass of beer and you describe it, they just come up with these crazy things to say about it, that you would never think of, James. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
James? Yeah, exactly.
These things they say is just like insane. Like the way they describe the beer.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello.
We got the one and only. What can I say about him that wouldn't take
Straight out of Brooklyn, right?
straight out of Brooklyn? And the one and only Paul
Anthony
Hey, who's that, man? What's up, man? How you doing?
How are you, bro?
I'm good, man.
Cool.
I've been watching the crazy shit in the news, man.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff going on.
So Anthony Manthi, what do you think of the news going on right now? What's your take?
What do I think?
Yeah, what's your take on the news?
I look, my wife, she's Ukrainian. Her
Is
grandfather.
your wife pregnant right now?
No, she's from Ukraine, but her grandfather ran a Russian warship, a nuclear warship.
Really?
He was a chief engineer, so I'm listening more to him right now because
Oh shit, man. Wow.
now I don't know what to think anymore, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going on TikTok
Anthony, you see this right here? Look what I said.
the sexy blonde looks impopular with the yogo moms these days.
He's talking about Anna Kasparian.
Her hair does look good for her. Are you talking about Queen Elizabeth?
No.
Oh, let's not get into that one. But
so Anthony,
my TikTok,
did you see what I was talking about?
Yeah, no. Tell him what's going on with TikTok now. You're blowing that platform to smithereens.
Well, you see, what happened was, okay, they love putting me. Well, not them, but my ex from 6 years ago decided that. Now you're in the music business, so you understand photos.
I'm not in the music business.
Okay, but whatever you're in, you understand copyrights with photos and things like that. Now, when you're with somebody, okay, like let's take Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, okay? Now, Johnny decides, or say Amber decides she doesn't want to be in that movie anymore with Johnny, so you need to call Paramount and have them take me out of the movie, okay? Or that magazine covered my I'm in that picture with you, so you need to call that company up and telling me to have the pictures removed. I said, number one, when a photographer takes your picture, you automatically, once you agree, you agree. If you're in the photo, they tell you already, even if you don't sign a fucking release, it doesn't matter, okay? Your picture is owned by the photographer that took the shot. It doesn't mean if you were there, you're there. It don't fucking, you agree to it. That's it. You sat there and went, I'm in the picture. Okay.
Yeah.
So she decided to message somebody that I work with, that used to work with with Fox TV and shit. Okay. And he messaged me and told me that she said she'll stop bothering you and slandering you and hacking into all my accounts, bank accounts, all this shit.
She's hacking.
When you decide to take all the pictures down that she's in with you. Oh. I said, really? So there's about 25,000 pictures out there that she's in with me. Okay.
25,000.
At least. So you expect me to go and so I'm going to call Paramount and say, hey, listen, can you take her out of that movie that we were in together? Yeah. Man. So she went and hacked all my fucking accounts. Okay. She hacked my TikTok and made it look like TikTok put me in fucking banned my account, which they didn't. Okay. It was never banned. So what I did is I kept messaging them. I'm saying, look, I got like 30,000 followers. I got like 300,000, likes on here. I said, my shit is blowing up. I said, I got more comments than fucking somebody that has 2.1 million followers. I got more comments than them. I said,
you got more comments than they got followers.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. That's crazy, man.
You got to look, because you got to understand with TikTok, people buy fake. There's a thing on there. You could go online and buy fake numbers. Okay. But those numbers, let me explain something. What is the sense in having fake numbers? You're not going to get paid by advertising companies with fake numbers. Right. If you ain't got real people, what the fuck is the sense in doing it?
They gotta be real numbers, right?
Yeah. Numbers. Who's going to come on my live?
Why do they have fake numbers? Who's doing
because that? People want to make, when you know how it is. It's a whole fucking competition, and they think because they got those fake numbers. See, with TikTok, the one thing I do.
So it's a lie, though. It's a live video.
Well, you can't go live on TikTok. If you went and made a TikTok page,
it's a lie. A lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, you know, it's like Facebook. People used to buy fake likes, robotic likes. Those people, when you go live, they ain't gonna watch your show. They ain't gonna purchase anything. They're not gonna fucking donate money and give you gifts. They're just there. But you know what? Another thing about TikTok I learned. You won't believe the shit that I found on TikTok. Here they are. I'm talking about God, okay?
Pretty scummy, man. You know?
Yeah. Well, listen to this shit. I'm talking about no war. I'm talking about God and trying to steer people in the right direction. You know what I mean? It's keeping them away from the bullshit. TikTok goes, I say we need the world to pray right now, because if we go into nuclear war, it's over. Okay? And we look, we're this close. Bro, we are this, we're hanging by a thread.
If we go into nuclear war, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
We're done. Nobody survives.
And it's looking like that's gonna happen, right?
We're about a hair close right now, okay? I'm gonna tell you something, but I can't say it on here. We can talk off the record. I cannot. There are things I cannot say on here that I have a source that works direct in the United Nations, but I will not speak. I've never say it on here.
You're not going to say
my life
we're going to go into war?
Well, I don't want this wonderful show to get pulled by YouTube, you know. So we have
you know, so because look,
but it's true. We're going to fucking war. Paul just said it, right?
No. We're not going to war. No, do you understand? Listen, Ukraine, even her grandfather said,
we're already in war. We're already in.
Listen, Ukrainian soldiers cannot fight like that. They cannot. He even said it. He said, no, this is our men fighting in there. It's us against fucking Russia.
Who's our men? What does that mean? Our men. What is that? Who's our men?
Our military, man. Our military is over there fighting.
So you're saying the United States Army, the United States Special
Forces, we're at war with Russia.
They're there. They're getting killed. They're fighting and they're getting killed. There's one guy already died, right? One Special Forces guy I know is already dead, right?
Listen, bro, we are at war. Yep. And TikTok allows you to speak about that we're at war. If you say we're not at war, you get fucking, you know, your videos get blocked and all that. Listen, I got so many violations, man, but I fight them. And I say, look, you want to fuck with me? We'll fuck with me. Here we go.
Why are they letting you just say how it is, how it is?
Then they call it misinformation.
It's not misinformation. There's Americans being killed, and they say that's misinformation? What the fuck, man? What's happening?
Man, but there's other things going on that's much worse, okay?
I know.
Let me explain something to you. There's not going to be a nuclear war. Do you understand why there won't be a nuclear war? This is one thing I know for facts. They are having problems. Even NASA's having problems lifting off Artemis. It won't lift off, man. CERN's machine, this machine that CERN turned on, automatically fucking shut down, and they can't restart them, okay? There's a lot of shit going on. If you believe in God, let me put it like this to you. God is in control.
I believe
he can
God.
stop it.
I'll tell you that right now. I do believe in God.
And he can stop it. You understand that?
He'll put it. Yeah, he'll put a stop to all this.
You know how they talk about the aliens won't allow this, but the aliens, they're not aliens. They're angels of God. That's what people. They're not getting it.
They don't even. The aliens don't count really, right? It doesn't matter.
And they're not going to let it happen. They're not going to let them do it.
It's up to God, right? James, do you believe in that?
Well, yeah, I believe in God.
But then on the other hand, God gave everybody free will and a choice. So then on the other hand, if they decide to hit that button, that's free will. You know what I'm saying? And we all suffer. But people, look, and
then we're done.
The one thing that you guys, I don't know if I know James understands it, but if they blew up a nuke in Ukraine, it doesn't matter where the fuck they blow it up, okay? 100 tons. Fucking the bomb called Satan is now called something else.
Man, and they're playing with these things. Like
that's not how they're going to do it, though. You understand? They're not going to nuke in the air. It's not going to be an airstrike. That submarine disappeared, okay? Let me explain something to you. That fucking submarine, those missiles cannot be picked up by a radar. They move too slow. So let me put it like this. When it reaches its destination, that thing goes 100 miles an hour. When they hit that fucking button, you know what it does? It goes up like this. It raises, okay, about 2,000 feet above sea level, okay? It'll raise, and then it points straight down like this, bro. And it takes off right into the fucking ocean, man, into the ground. It doesn't matter where they do it. If they do that in fucking the middle of the ocean in Alaska, we're all going to feel it everywhere in the world. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Everybody will get, we're not going to all die, but you will definitely have tsunamis going on everywhere.
You might
you know,
die,
I was
though.
gonna
You
say
might-
that
you might die.
tsunami. Yeah.
You know what's going on with the weather? People
Paul,
think that
Paul,
it's
is it
people
possible
think
some
it's
people
HARP.
might
It's
die?
not HARP.
Paul, is it possible
Weatherification.
some people
It's mixed with God's
might
power.
die?
That's what's going on.
Did you
I'm
hear what
sorry, I
said,
get
Paul?
crazy on this shit.
All right. Let Paul is
did-
gonna
did-
ask you something.
Did you
I'm
hear
not.
what
I
said?
mean, the Ronnie was gonna ask.
I was trying to ask Paul. I don't know if you heard me.
No, say it again.
Yeah. Hey,
Paul,
yeah, I got
was
him.
asking.
I got
Paul,
it done.
Hey, Paul, can you
Go
hear
ahead.
me? I was asking you if you were in these circumstances of good and bad, right? What would you do if there was an unbelievably strong force of bad coming against you, and they wanted you to run for mayor of like Brooklyn,
If they wanted me to run for mayor,
if they wanted you to run, and they said you run or
president, you mean?
not, I'm gonna say like a nefarious force was forcing you to run.
Right. Right. We know the forces you're talking about. They
We know the forces, right? So Paul, what
Yeah.
would you do in that circumstance?
what would I do?
Yes, and current today.
All right. The problem is I wouldn't want to run for mayor because this is how it works with the mayor.
Right. So I know you wouldn't want to, but I'm saying if there was forces that they kind of got you by the jugular and they're forcing you to run. Right.
Then you ain't. What are you gonna do? You either let them take your jugular or you do the job, right? But you are not the boss. Remember that. There's always somebody higher than you, and the mayor has no choice than to do what they fucking tell him. That's it. I know this.
You don't have to do what they.
It's
You don't have to
facts.
do what they tell them.
No, you don't have to. But if you don't do it, then they're gonna. Guess what? You disappear. Bye bye. Just like the governor. Remember when government the Como, right?
So you
Look
think
what happened to him.
That's what happened to Cuomo. They got him. They got him out of there.
Well, look at the people in the entertainment industry.
Wait, who was it? Who wasn't the governor that they got out 2 years ago with
That was
DeBlasio?
Cuomo, right? They
Yeah,
said
right.
He was a rapist or whatever.
Yeah, but they got him out because he knew too much and he was going to say things and
He
they
knew
stopped him.
way too
Oh,
much.
They cut his ass off.
Elliot
He
Spitzer.
knew.
Spitzer?
No, James.
Not Elliot Spitzer.
You're talking like 10 years ago, Elliot.
Oh.
Come on, James. James, you know that's not true. You're just fucking around.
So let me ask you: do you think there's going to be a nuclear war or what?
Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah, you think the bombs are going to burst off in the air?
Well, they put out New York City put out a PSA already. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, I already seen that.
It's fucking bullshit, right?
There you go. You hear it?
James, did you see the PSA from New York City about nuclear war?
Yeah, listen, I covered everything on. You could go to. I'll send you my TikTok. I'll send it to James.
Well, James.
I covered everything about the PSAs. Everything.
James,
and listen, they're so stupid. If there happens to be a nuclear attack, now the first thing you do is run inside and take off your clothes and wash it off in the shower. Okay, turn on the TV and listen to all the things they tell you. Now, no, let me start it like this.
Make sure you put on the TV.
She's a fucking ditz. Okay, here's number one. Number one, go inside. You can't wash. Listen, you cannot wash energy off. You cannot wash energy. Radiation is not a substance, it's an energy, so you can't wash it off. You're not going to have any fucking running water because when a nuclear explosion goes off, that's it, everything's done. We're back in cave days, and they tell you, turn on the TV and listen.
James, look it up, James. Look it up.
Turn on the TV and listen. Here, listen to this. You like that? Look, you like that? You like that?
Yeah, it's good, man.
All right. All right. Now let name again. Oh,
I'll be right there.
Let Ronnie S. reply.
No.
All right. Let me hear what Ronnie's got to say.
I don't want to say nothing, James.
No,
I was trying to tell you.
there is no
I was
defense
trying to
against
tell
a
you
nuclear
to
attack.
put Paul on just let's hear what he says, man. He's right.
Oh, all right. I only got 2 more things to show anyway. But anyway, here, Paul, take it away.
So what do you want me to tell you, Ronnie? Tell me.
Everything. I want to know everything you know, man.
Everything. Oh yeah.
Everything I know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not God.
All right.
I'm not God.
So
You know.
start the day after 9/11. I want to know everything you know the day
Oh
after
man,
9/11.
I was there.
Yeah, but you don't want to get my show pulled, Ronnie. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But we have to. We got to listen, Ronnie. We have to set this up on a show that we're gonna come on, and we'll do like a half hour here and there. We don't want to see how I learned how to do
9/11 here.
You got to be very cautious what you say online, and people like me, they love to cut us. You know what I mean? They love cutting us. Okay.
You got to beat around the bush.
I lived in New York at that time too, Paul.
Yeah, and I was there.
I grew up.
Oh
in
wow!
Suffolk County.
You know, but I was right next door in the building, right next to the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I know.
That shit, man. Yo, let me tell you something. That was not a fucking plane.
People don't want to hear about it. A lot of
Nope, it was about this. All the way down. Boom, 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 boom. The building's falling all the way down. There was an explosion every floor. Boom, 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 boom. That was not a fucking. Listen, you know damn well a fucking plane would never heat up to that degrees to melt. Listen, you could set. Nah, these motherfuckers are crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We know what this government's doing.
About the big lie, Paul. This is the big lie. This is the big fucking lie. Right?
Listen, they're lying to us about everything.
They talk about the big lie. This is the big lie.
Hey, listen, bro. Do you believe in space? Space does not exist, okay? We live on a flat fucking Earth. There is no fucking space. They could, you know where the space
James,
is?
do you believe in space?
In their empty fucking heads.
James, do you believe in space?
The universe, space. Well, I've never been there, but I believe there's a universe. Yeah.
And you know what? You know what got cut off the other day, James? I did. Listen, I did a live interview with Grandpa. Because he's been to Alaska behind the fucking walls. And you know, we did an interview and he told them, he said the planets go like this. Around, not like this. They circle us like this. They're all behind the wall. You can see everything behind that fucking wall. He also said that there is plenty of civilization after civilization. The earth does not end, bro.
I think James does believe in the moons, but he doesn't want to say it.
But when we did that, you know, they pulled listen, James, they pulled down our video, an 84-year-old man. When they cut his video off and they called it violent extremist. I said, what? He's talking about flat earth and telling the truth, but you got 200 million kids up there saying the earth is flat. But when an old man that tells you he's been there, you cut that off because you know that's fucking true, motherfucker.
You can't fuck with that, right?
All right, listen.
You can't cut him off, right?
This is epic, bro.
All right,
this is epic, James.
Everybody.
James,
I happen to believe in extraterrestrials, but I don't have proof that they're not demons. I mean, I can't prove that they're either way. I mean, I believe in the universe. I believe in extraterrestrials, but I could be wrong. They could be demons up there. Flying around and you know, they could shapeshift, they could disguise themselves.
Remember what they tell you
as anything.
Don't let your eyes deceive you. That's what the government tells you. They tell you your eyes, you know, you see in different, like when you look at the moon, don't let your eyes deceive you.
Don't ever
remember that.
All right, hold on.
And by the way, the fucking moon, there's no way that moon is 238,000 miles away. They can go fuck themselves. Because let me tell you something. I took a picture of their fucking craters with my 500mm camera. Now, 5mm is only 2 miles. How can I take a fucking picture? Well, no. It's 5 miles up.
5 millimeters. How many miles is that?
500mm.
500. How many miles is that? James, do you know?
I'm not sure.
I'm not good at math, but I watched a show on the Travel Channel that said that the moon could be an extraterrestrial craft because when something hit it, they heard like a bong.
James, they never landed on the fucking. They never landed on it.
Well,
Okay.
you showed me the reflection off the astronaut's mask, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
they never, and that's not even it. People caught their asses. They sitting there trying to get Artemis off the ground. That fucking rocket will never leave the ground. You know why? Because if you see what's going on, why do you think those space shuttles blew up, man? Because there's a firmament up there. It says it in the book of Enoch that they took out of the Bible. They removed it. The Bible says,
Hey,
but listen, the Bible says water after heaven after heaven. There's only water above us.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are they trying to make us wear masks? What's your opinion?
Because when you wear a mask, you can't get rid of the cold.
Well, Ronnie,
you'll never get sick. And where is it going to go?
Why are they trying to make little kids wear masks at school?
Because they don't want them to get sick.
Paul, what do you say?
Not true. Nope. Okay, let me tell you something. You know why? When you put a mask on, if you got a cold, okay?
Yeah.
How are you going to get rid of that cold? There's nowhere for the cold to escape. So guess what?
Stay inside the mask.
It's going in and out, and your lungs are building up with fluid.
Guys, be careful with this subject because I got videos pulled.
James, it's just,
okay, I'll be right back.
I got videos. Hold on. I hate. Don't get offended that I'm doing this.
That's the question here, James.
I got videos pulled from YouTube and other platforms because that subject was brought up about the pandemic. That's it. Don't discuss the pandemic, or if you do, don't do it in an obvious way because I don't want to lose all the work of doing this show. All right, guys?
Okay. Hello. I Dr. Ming Chung from China. I tell you, sorry. I got new virus come out. It's called the Russian bot. The Russian bot.
Now,
did you hear about it? There's a new virus.
Yeah.
It's from a Russian bat. China and Russia got. Yeah, it's true. China and Russia, they got together and they said, let's get together. We're gonna put your bat, and my bat together and have sex.
Paul,
and they made a new virus.
I think that's Russian disinformation you got there. I think that's disinformation.
Now, Jason wants to know, Ronnie, did you get your fourth booster?
No, but I made an appointment, Jason.
I didn't get anything. Fuck that.
I made an appointment to get my fourth one.
You didn't get boosted.
Yeah, I
didn't get
the third one up
zero any shots.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, I might take the third one. I might take it up the ass.
Get the flu shot. Get a flu shot too.
Make sure you.
I ain't getting none of that shit.
Shot and the fucking what was it called? The swine flu. The swine flu. Make sure you take that out the ass. Also, remember that one?
Here, I got one for them. Here we go. They want to take it. They can take this right up the ass. All right. See that? I'll give you a shot, Biden. Stop biting on people, man.
You want that one?
Hey, did you see the movie? Did you see the movie, My Son Hunter?
No.
You got to see it. It's on Netflix. They made a movie, My Son Hunter. They show you everything, man.
Yeah, is that a real movie? Really?
Yeah, it's a real movie. We watched it. Me and my wife.
James, can you put it on here? Let's see.
I have Netflix, but
let's check it out. Let's check it out. The coming, just like the first couple of scenes or whatever.
And you know what I want you to do? Listen, Ronnie, watch all the Simpsons because the Simpsons tell you.
There's a lot of Simpsons.
Okay, well I'm going to send James the ones that you watch, and every single one of them from way back in the 90s tell you exactly what you see going on right now. And let me tell you something. There's one that came out in 2001 that they didn't even release. They just released. You know what it says? What? Fucking Simpsons, they come outside and they see fire everywhere. And he goes, and she goes, oh my God, it's the apocalypse.
What was the Simpsons when Donald Trump was president? He became president, right? That was one of the Simpsons episodes, right?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I don't know. There's a lot of them. I got to look it up. But there's even one with the Queen dying.
Where Donald Trump became president.
Oh wow!
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, James. This is a real episode. It's really happening.
You know why? Because the Elites are telling the guy that's writing the script what's going to happen.
The guy who's writing the script, he predicted a lot of things that actually did happen.
He ain't predict nothing. He was told to put that shit in there, bro.
Oh, he was told.
There's no fucking way he could predict all that shit.
All right.
No.
We're gonna go to the next.
Unless God is talking to him.
James.
God.
Go ahead.
So this guy told the people that whoever's making this 2 years before that Trump was going to be president, James. You understand?
Oh yeah, the Simpsons are very prophetic.
Yeah, the Simpsons. They even in like 2000, they 2000.
What's his name? Matt Groening.
In the year 2000, I think they predicted it.
Yeah, Matt Groening. I think
Groening. Yeah.
I think he has clairvoyance. I think.
You think he's probably talking to somebody inside?
Yeah,
right.
Voices in his head. I mean.
It's not it's not as he's talking to somebody on the inside.
Did you know that? Oh, okay.
Right?
I got
you. Yeah.
Hey, look, Ronnie.
What's up? The piano? James, you gotta understand this shit, man.
You see, Ronnie, I got the big boards now, man.
Yeah, I see it.
I got the SSL because I wanted to I like the preamps. And better than digital.
You have a mask also. You're not wearing it on your head, but you have.
I did that on purpose just now.
Why did you do that?
Because you were talking about masks. I was trying to make a point, but we can't talk about these things. We got to be careful on his channel because
I don't want to lose all the work I put into the show. I want to pay homage to those beautiful pearly white choppers that Paul Anthony Mantia now has, because I remember when he didn't have them.
Yeah, man.
Choppers that Paul Anthony.
Yeah, cheers.
Look at them.
Yeah,
pearly
man.
white.
I got the choppers, man. The choppers. For over almost a year now.
What, you got the smiley? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah,
you look
Jason
good,
says
man.
you should do a Las
On tour to
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah, we're working. Listen, we're working on the album. Actually, I'll let you guys hear it. Here, hold up. I'll let you hear what we're gonna release in December. Yeah, let me get this up here. I'm still working on the mix though, so it's kind of like the vocals. I'm gonna let you hear it. Hold up. Let me play this. This is a song I did with this rapper by the name of Mike Swift. He's on tour actually in Philippines right now. He's got about, 9 million followers, man. Insane. So this is what we're gonna drop. Yeah. Up to the morning,
It's cutting out.
But I thought I was falling apart, I'm moving it all down, follow my heart to the scary stroke, ignoring the dark, painting my picture, my heart, give me a moment to tell you right there, want some strength, slash snare, 2 steps this way, musical chair, it's an ugly life, but it's beautiful hair, it's what matters, not gonna pass it out.
What happened? Keeps cutting out.
Going in and out. In and out.
Okay.
In, out.
You know, in and out.
It's good shit though. This is good shit.
I remember the old mattresses when you went in and out. It went.
Hey James, you remember Stanford and Son? Stanford and Son?
Can't hear you. Hold on.
The show, the Stanford and Son.
Nobody to run to, nobody who cares and to share with, to play with, I'm blowing alone. It's cold and I'm low, bro. I'm pouring it so, bro. Oh no, a shoulder to lean on.
It's cutting out. There's a problem. Problem with the audio. Oh, the audio keeps cutting out.
Turn it off.
Yeah,
Can't hear it.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't hear
I
it.
mean, you can't
No, there's an audio problem with
too many audio problems, you know. What are you gonna
Okay,
do?
all right. Let me go to the next. Let me go to the next topic because the show must go on. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, people. It's only business.
All right, so Donald Trump spoke yesterday in Miami, Florida at a Hispanic leadership conference called the AFPI Hispanic Leadership Conference. If you put Trump and Hispanic folks together, something weird is bad.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Stop. Oh, wait a minute. He's probably wondering why he's muted. The audio was no good. It was cutting in and out, Paul. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was like really distorted. I'm going to let me play this about Donald Trump, and then we'll talk after this. Hold on.
Spoke yesterday in Miami, Florida at a Hispanic leadership conference called the AFPI Hispanic Leadership Conference. If you put Trump and Hispanic folks together, something weird is bound to happen. And this is one of the strangest speeches I have ever seen Donald Trump give. Beyond bizarre, super glitchy, his skin almost matching the red step and repeat behind the lectern. Everything about it bizarre. I have never seen Trump's brain glitch this badly. Here is the first example. 2 glitches in one sentence. Trump trying to talk about during his anti-trans rant, saying without parental consent, he calls it parental consult. And then in trying to say he will oppose the Biden administration, he says administrating, and every time it happens, he looks disoriented. It's that glitchiness, and Trump does not look good, folks.
No teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consent. No, nobody has to have parental consent, and we will totally oppose the Biden administration. This administration, the Biden administration's sick plan to require.
Yeah. Visibly disoriented. And then at another really strange moment, Donald Trump seemingly stumbling on what the US population is, confused about the American population, and kind of turns it into a rant about immigration to try to save himself, and just really looking confused up there.
We'll never be behind China, even though they have slightly more people than we do, like about 1 billion more. They have 1.5 billion. We have actually, our country is so crazy now, we don't even know how many we have. We have no idea. Because I believe the number of people that came into our country and will come in this year is 10 million people, not 3 million. Could even be 12 million people. We have absolutely no idea what it is. So it's hard to say how many people we have because we have no idea how many people have come into our country illegally. But
as you can hear, the crowd sitting completely silently. And I don't know if that's the most interesting rant to a group of Hispanic leaders. At another moment, Donald Trump told a completely bonkers story about how if he ran against George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, he would defeat them by 40 percentage points in some hypothetical time-traveling election.
I remember a very famous pollster, very well-known, John McLaughlin, came to my office just prior to the play coming in. He said, "Sir, if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln,
sir,
came alive from the dead and they formed a president, vice president team, you would beat them by 40%.
What a deranged statement. I mean, It's so dumb. It's like you can't even fact check something so stupid. And the idea that that's what a pollster is telling him is like, you lost by a record number of votes to Joe Biden, who, as you claim, ran a campaign from his basement. How embarrassing. You're not defeating George Washington and Lincoln when you can't even beat Biden campaigning from his basement. Give me a break, dude. It doesn't make any sense. Trump then ranting about the Mar-a-Lago raid, and Trump says he's thinking as he speaks here, and that's a really dangerous thing for Trump to do.
You know, they spend all their time on nonsense, the FBI, on
Nonsense.
things, raiding Mar-a-Lago. Let's raid Mar-a-Lago, but leave the cartels alone. How about that? Think of this. I'm just thinking as I'm speaking. You don't mind if I go a little off script? No, but think. They raided Mar-a-Lago, but the cartels, they have their own Mar-a-Lagos, and those are fine. Leave them alone. Let them continue to destroy our...
It's interesting likening Mar-a-Lago as the physical center of a crime family to cartels. That's actually pretty fascinating. And as you all know, when Trump's on the teleprompter, it's a disaster because he can't read it. And then when he's off the teleprompter doing the free association, it's bad because none of it makes any sense whatsoever. Here's one more clip where Trump says the raid at Mar-a-Lago has given him a lot of free publicity.
Unwoke, and they should be penalized very severely for it. The banks have let the community down. I think they've let the country down. Biden is not only wrecking our economy, he's destroying the rule of law. You probably read and heard about the document hoax. Has anyone heard about the document hoax? Helicopters flying over Mar-a-Lago.
What is that?
Well, they gave us about $5 billion worth of free publicity. I will say. People said, that's a nice house.
Free
If
publicity.
it weren't so nice, they probably wouldn't be doing it because...
Probably not, as he says. And then last clip here, just total stream of consciousness, verbal ink blot.
Horrible. Of course, we'll make it prosperous again because we don't take our oil that's under our feet, Pamela, right? We don't take what's under our feet. I call it liquid gold. We go to them to get far inferior product that we refine in the United States. You know, we have the only refiners because what they have is tar.
Right.
It's very rough. It's not light and it's not sweet. It's rough stuff. And they talk about the environment. So they go to Venezuela to get stuff that's really bad. It's refined in the United States. So if there is anything goes in the air, it goes in the air in the United States.
Right.
But even if it went to another country, it blows over. The whole thing is so crazy.
Yeah, we don't even know what you're talking about. It's so crazy.
The whole thing is so crazy.
So we're begging Venezuela. We're
The
begging,
whole thing is so
we're
crazy.
begging everybody for oil, and we have more than everybody.
Yeah. Remember, the truth of the matter is that domestic oil production has actually increased under Joe Biden from where it was under Donald Trump. Slightly. It's a small
Domestic production has
the data is publicly available. You can find it. So really not looking good is
That's
Trump
an
here.
interesting fact.
Visibly confused and making very little sense, and the crowd seemingly recognizing it, sitting in complete and total silence. I often have a very hectic schedule, and I don't always have the
James, are we
time to
following this
plan
guy
the
or-
exact nutrition of all of my meals. But our sponsor, Athletic Greens, just makes it
Athletic
easy
Greens.
to make sure I'm getting the nutrients I
What
want.
are we
I've been
doing,
using it
James?
for almost a year now, and it's great. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a delicious
James, we got
plant-based
Paul.
blend of
Paul has a lot of
75
things to
high-quality
say.
vitamins, minerals,
Okay.
and probiotics from whole food sources. If I have just one small scoop of AG1 a day, I
What's
know
going
I'm
on?
getting the nutrition and nutrients that I want that support all of the things that are important to me. The only alternative would be to take 20 different vitamin pills and things every day. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, we don't want to hear what he's saying, James. This guy. He's taking a lot of vitamins, right? So we got Paul.
I had,
Paul is a big deal. Paul.
Hold on. I had an accident. I spilled something. I don't know if you hear. I don't know if you hear me or not.
No, we didn't know that you spilled anything.
I hold on.
James, we didn't know it. What did you spill?
I spilled. I put the iced tea and the beer on top of that blue thing that I keep in my freezer, and the blue thing is not completely
shit.
flat, and it was rocking.
Shit, man.
And I'm waiting for my mouse to kick back in.
James, that's a big problem, James. That's not good.
Of course,
that isn't a good situation for you, right?
I mean, all right. The mouse is coming back.
The mouse your mouse is fucked up, man.
No, wait a minute. I see the cursors coming back.
I see Rockin' Paul has he's got something going on down there.
Hold on.
Rockin' Paul, what are you doing, man?
I thought I muted.
Rockin' Paul, I think he's muted.
No, hold on. Let me wait for my cursor to come back. It came back, but it's coming back, but
it looks like Rockin' Paul has a schlong.
Schlong?
He's doing something with a schlong.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, that's the last time I do what I did.
What did you do? What did you do, James?
Hold on. I'm trying to get my mouse to come back.
What did you do, James?
I spilled liquid on the mouse and the keyboard, but the keyboard is water resistant, so that's not a problem.
It wasn't water resistant, though, I guess, right?
No, it's water resistant, but I'm waiting for.
So what is the problem here? What happened?
I'm waiting for the mouse to come back.
We want you to tell what exactly happened between you and the viewers. What's going on?
Nothing happened between me and the viewers. It's hold on. The mouse.
Well, if it wasn't for me and Paul, you wouldn't be on right now. We're keeping the show together right now.
Not really.
We are. Yeah, we are.
Listen, I'm playing material, and you know what? Even if you weren't here, I would continue showing material.
I don't think you'd have me and Paul on if we weren't here, right?
Of course, I would have you on because you
wouldn't be able to show us, though. You wouldn't be able to show what we're doing, James.
Instead of talking shit to me, why don't you just wait until my cursor?
James, nobody's talking shit. Come on.
All right, now it's getting out of hand.
I mean.
Okay, now StreamYard.
James. There's no reason to get excited, right? There's no reason to get excited.
I'm trying to get life back in the mouse because Ice-T spilled on it, and you're saying that
I stuck around the whole time.
Doing my show.
This whole time here, me and Rockin' Paul, we held the show down. So we're here.
No,
we got your back, man.
Playing the video about Donald Trump.
We got your back, James.
About Donald Trump losing his mind.
Yeah, well, whatever. Maybe he did. Well, who cares?
But that's not what the show. The show is not.
It doesn't matter, James.
The show is not about hanging out.
It doesn't
and
matter,
having fun.
It is about hanging out.
No, it's not. It's about speaking.
It's not about hanging out and having fun.
No, it's about discussing serious topics.
Oh, all right, fine, all right.
I'm just telling you. Now, Paul is ready for Halloween.
Paul,
no, he's got
Anthony Mantia, right?
Paul Mantia's got a laser.
He's got a super soaker gun over there.
Super soaker. Well, he's pretending it's a laser rifle.
I don't celebrate. Listen, I don't celebrate Halloween. That's the devil's birthday, bro.
Halloween is fun.
You see my mask? Nothing evil.
Yeah.
I made it. I designed it.
It looks kind of evil, Paul.
Jason, I had an accident by spilling iced tea on my mouse and keyboard.
Paul, it does look a little bit evil. I tell you this.
Where's Nancy Pelosi? Where is that drunk bitch?
James, look.
Easy, easy.
Where is he?
You guys are gonna get the video pulled. Yeah,
They're not gonna. You know what they're gonna pull? They're gonna pull this. It's comedy hour. This is you could talk about them in comedy hour. Okay?
James is scared. James is scared to say anything.
Listen, don't worry about
he doesn't
Pelusi.
wanna
She's
say
opening her legs right now. Okay, with vodka pouring out of it.
He doesn't want to say anything.
Where are you, Pelusi?
No, I'm trying to get the. I can't do shit unless the mouse comes back.
He doesn't want to be. Yeah, there you go.
I guess the mouse is not
jerking
exactly.
somebody off. There's James is jerking somebody off.
I guess the mouse.
This is a great thing, man.
James?
These work great, by the way.
James, who are you jerking off?
No, it's not shooting now. It's clogged up. All right, let's see. What other toys do I have here? Oh shit! Woo.
I'm not trying to.
It gets hot.
No, I'm not jerking off. I'm trying to get the mouse to give me a cursor.
I mean, don't ban me. Just
You want? I'm going to show you my other friend. Here, hold up. I'm going to introduce you.
what is he doing? What is Paul doing right now? Is he gonna have some jerk offs over there too?
No.
What's happening?
Now the mouse froze.
Well, what is Paul doing over there?
I have no idea. I can't do anything until the mouse comes.
James, don't worry about it. It's okay.
I can't do anything.
It's all right. Don't worry about it, James.
I can't even bring up the commentary because the mouse.
Don't get excited, man. It's okay. Look at Paul.
Some control panel came up. Yeah, Paul has got the.
Paul is he's got a skeleton over there.
That's the skeleton from his closet.
Is that the skeleton in your closet, Paul?
Oh yeah.
He doesn't even
You
care.
remember Tom Petty?
He doesn't even
Tom
care.
Petty. He sent Mary Jane over. He said, "Let's fuck with Mary Jane one more time to kill the pain." Oh. What did I drop?
James, he doesn't even care. He's
shit. I
got the
hope that
skeleton
didn't hit
in
my
his
board.
closet.
What do you drop? Egg drops.
James.
What did I do? Okay, it didn't hit anything.
Did you see what he's doing, James?
Yep. No, I saw the skeleton before. Yeah, it's a riot.
You saw it before?
Yeah.
You know what Dahmer used to have? You know Dahmer, the serial killer?
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, Jeffrey. He had a mannequin in his closet. Did you see that?
Well, not only that,
a mannequin. A mannequin.
Jeffrey Dahmer kept skulls of the people he tortured and killed.
But before that happened, he used to have a mannequin. Before anybody caught on to what he was doing, and then his grandma saw it. He lived with his grandma. In Wisconsin. He lives in fucking Wisconsin. That's
Really?
why James, yeah. You live in New Jersey. You are lucky you don't live in these fucking weirdo places where they got this fucking crazy shit going on.
Oh, that's because
New Jersey is bad enough, man, but it's not. It's not. They don't have all this other bullshit that's been going.
Well, that's because these people are probably
These people
inbred.
are fucked up.
and
They're
the children
inbred.
They're inbred, man.
They are inbred.
The brain cells are not firing. The brain cells
They
are not
are. James, they are inbred. They are. And there's people that become crazy. They're from fucking Wisconsin. They're from Ohio, Illinois, all these bullshit fucking states, right?
Look what he's doing. He's banging the skeleton. Doggy style.
And look at what's his name?
Joe Biden. Joe Biden, this is what he be doing. Oh, yeah, honey. Oh, Jill, Jack and Jill went up the hill. Oh, shit.
Jack?
Hi, my name is Jill. Look what Joey did to me. He felt the hairs on my legs.
It's Chitty Chin Chin, right?
Why did you touch my hair on my leg, Joey? Joey. I used to like when the kids used to rub their hairs on my legs.
Yeah, they used to pet. They used to pet him.
The kids used to pet his legs, right?
Western Mike.
But you know what he said? He said, I used to like when the kids used to play with my pet rock.
He actually really said that.
Yeah, he did. They used to pet his hairy legs at the pool.
They pet his fucking his legs and shit.
No, you know what he used to do? He used to hold them. He used to hold them under the water, man. He would hold their heads under the water.
He would and drown them. He wouldn't let them up.
And forced them to touch his legs like he sniffed the little girls like this.
Why was he doing that? Why was he doing that?
You always notice he does this every time you see him on TV. He's like this, look.
Well, yeah, it's disgusting. It's really fucking bad.
Yeah, he's going like this, look.
It's not good, bro. It's not good at all. James.
And fucking Jill. You see Jill?
It's really bad, right?
Did you see what he did? He was walking with Jill on one side and some other woman on the other side, and he thought he grabbed Jill's hand, his wife, and he grabbed somebody else's fucking hand. He's holding her hand.
He doesn't care. He doesn't know what's going on.
He's a funny guy. How about his son? What do you?
I mean, it's funny, but it's like, how much can you laugh? It's before you like discuss it, but before you discuss it, you're gonna laugh all the time. It's not even funny. It's honestly, it's not even funny, man.
Well,
it's really not. It's not even funny.
They knew how old he was. They knew that.
Why is he so old, James? Why did they put him
why
up there?
Why is he so old? Or should it be?
No, James. I'm saying why did they put him up there?
Why did the people?
Why did they put him up there, James?
Why did the DNC nominate him?
That's what I'm saying.
Come here.
You didn't answer. Why did they put him up there to be ridiculed and scorned and all these things, man? The poor fucking guy.
Well, I think the elitist, the oligarch, wanted him to make. They wanted him to fail. They wanted him to look bad because.
You think so?
Well,
you think they wanted him to look bad?
They have an agenda. The oligarch.
That's an interesting.
The oligarch. See, you're smoking pot and drinking, and you're.
Well, I'm listening to what you're saying, though.
No,
I think it's a good idea.
The point is that there is an oligarch of very mega rich people that are controlling the media. They own the media.
I'll be right back. I got to get the dog water.
Yeah.
Now, James, what do you think is the name of these people?
What's that again? Ask me again.
What do you think is the name?
I lost my mouse. I can't do anything.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear what I'm saying? I may have to power off.
Can you hear what I'm saying, James?
Go ahead.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
James, can you hear me, James?
Yes. Do you hear me or no?
So if you hear me, nod your head. Okay, all right. I can't hear anything you're saying.
You can't hear anything I'm saying.
And that includes you had somebody on. I can't hear anything like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to.
You don't have to leave, James. You don't have to leave.
Well, I'll come back. I'll come back. I'll come back.
You don't have to leave, James.
I'm powerless. My mouse is not working.
You can still talk. We're pretty.
Yeah, but you don't hear. You don't hear you're not hearing my voice, are you?
I hear your voice now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now I just heard what you said. So are you moving something around over there? Or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the mouse back. Without a cursor, I can't do anything.
I hear what you're saying.
I mean, I got people.
I hear your voice, but
I got people. Goodbye. I'll be back.
Hold on. Don't leave yet. Hold on. Don't leave yet.
All right. You hear me? You hear me? I don't know. Is he hearing me? Yeah, what happened was I'm on my phone now. Okay. I had to log in on my phone because I put the beer and the iced tea on top of that frozen blue thing, and the frozen blue thing is curved, and I had to put it in the center, and it spilled. They went, you know, they went to the side. It spilled on my table, on my keyboard, but the keyboard is water resistant. But apparently the mouse was turned on, but it stopped working. I couldn't see the cursor. If I have no cursor, I can't do anything with the show, right? So I tried unplugging and replugging the mouse. Didn't do any good. I guess it has to dry out completely. So I don't know if Ronnie, I know Ronnie is drunk and high at the same time. He was reverting back to his obnoxious, domineering ways. But you guys can hear me. What? Boogie, boungy for James. Boungy, bongy, bing, bing, bing. Balunga, bang, bang, boing. Yeah, I had an accident, King of the Dots. And Western Mike, sorry I couldn't bring up your commentary.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
So, James,
I had to come back on my phone because my mouse, the water from my iced tea or beer must have got inside of it, and I had no cursor. I couldn't do anything.
oh, I've had that problem, but now with water, man, I had problems in the past with my system, and I'm in the middle of a fucking mix, man, and the fucking mouse stopped working.
Yeah, and the mouse, and so what's happening now is I had to connect on my phone, on my Android, and Ronnie, I think Ronnie's drinking and smoking his carburetor, whatever his smoking pot and drinking. It's not, the problem is not the marijuana. That's for damn sure. The problem is him drinking, and then he gets really obnoxious, and I don't even know if he's muted. Hold on. Let me plug my phone in because you know how video sucks up a lot of juice. A lot of juice. Okay. All right. It's plugged in. Now, let me see. Is he muted? No, he's not muted. He must be out of his mind.
Well, where he went, he was there a minute ago.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mike. There is a lot of historic personality disorder. It's called alcohol. And concerning, I can't deal with him when he gets like this. Let me try to get control up here. Depends are very good. Accidents don't run out. No, I usually, if I have the urge, I know where to run. Well,
hey, what happened to Dr. Farce, man?
Dr. who?
The fart doctor. What happened to him?
Oh, I have no idea. He's around, I heard, but he's not around much. For some reason,
maybe because I haven't been coming on. I don't know, right?
Well, he was supposed to be on the show by way of video, and that's when he vanished. Yeah, I'm back because I'm on my phone, Jason. Because
So the Gabby and I'm not going to get into this, but I'm going to tell you something. I was right. The whole time I was fucking 100% right. You know that? That the Gabby case, they got the friggin' Moab Police Department completely under investigation. They know they did it. 3 of the officers were already suspended, man. Oh yeah. It's going down. You notice how that just vanished? But they talk about it. You can go look it up, man. I was right all along. Right on. I nailed it. That's why they kept deleting my shit on Facebook, because they knew I was dead on.
Well, the guys that watch this show, they remember. Well, Jason remembers your videos on the Gabby case, and he loved them. I mean,
I know. I got new shit coming out, but listen, now I've been doing a lot of weather stuff, man, and I told people, they look at now this is what's going on TikTok. I told people months ago that Ian, okay, not now they call it Ian, but it's really pronounced Eon, E-O-N, which is in the Bible scriptures, okay? Now I told them that this storm, I messaged my brother, my friends. I said, listen, 2 months ahead of time, get prepared, start packing your shit up, and get the fuck out of there. I said, get the fuck out of there within the next, month and a half. Just get the fuck out. I said, because there's a storm coming. It's going to fuck you guys up so bad, that something that you've never seen before, okay? I said, I'm telling you, it's going to rip fucking Florida apart. It's going to go through North Carolina, rip every fucking state apart, okay? But only one state, I said, it's not going to touch Georgia. And people are going, get the fuck out of here, man. People always saying this shit and blah, 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 blah. And guess what? As the storm Eon was forming, I warned a number of times even before that. I said, listen, get your asses the fuck out of there. I told my brother, get out of Daytona. You're going to lose your house and everything. I said, you'll have nothing left. Did he listen to me? Nope. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. He goes, and what? God gave you another message, Paul? I said, he did. And guess what? When Ian pulled in, go back and you can go back. I'll send you, I got both of my TikToks back, by the way. Okay.
Oh, great.
I got my ex is in trouble. We're not going to talk about that right now. Let me get the paperwork straight on Monday, and then we'll come and do a live show, me and you, James.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's going down, buddy. It's going down, James. The moment has come, James. She messed around with the wrong person this time, but we're not going to go there. We got to keep things happy. Okay. Remember, God wants everybody to be happy. No matter what's going on, you can talk about it. Just don't get angry, because the devil, he want to make sure that we all stay angry. Remember that. He wants us angry, because when we're angry, bad shit happens to us. As long as you stay happy, the motherfucker can't touch you. That's it. It's true. It's facts. Okay. But let me put it like this. I also told them about this. I said, there's going to be another storm. And it was a month ago. I said, listen, there's going to be a storm that's going to come through really quick. And it's going to be the biggest balls of hail that you ever fucking seen. And it's only going to fall in one part of a state. But I didn't know which state. I said, but the state that it's going to fall in carries some of our nuclear bases. I said, and the reason this is being done, the message that I received is God is not going to allow them to use those nuclear missiles. He will disable them. And the only way they can be disabled is, you know, when you destroy the electronics, the electrical, you know, they all run on electric. You got to have some kind of power to make those things go up. They don't just go up by themselves. Well, the bottom, see, the reason why the earth is flooding, because they're being flooded. You understand that? And the rest of people being flooded too. But you're told by people that are prophets, and you're told by disciples, whatever, you're told to leave for a reason. So I'm going to not mention who, but somebody that I told to get the fuck out of there lost everything. Lost his house, the cars, every fucking thing you can ever think about is gone. And you know what he said to me? I said, don't say nothing. We were on the phone. I said, why don't you scroll back and look what I told you 3 months ago. I said, read what I told you. I said, I even named the storm. I said the storm was going to be the storm of the century, okay? I said, this is not the superstorm. This is just the storm of the century. This is the beginning of what God's power is going to show you. And he didn't believe me, man, and nobody believed me. And now some people believe me, okay? But now people are going back in my TikTok and they're duetting the video that I did months ago. And they're going, you see, this guy even named the fucking storm Eon, not Ian, not I-A-N, E-O-N, okay? That was the original name that I seen in my message, right? But I also named that ice storm that came, and look it up, Stockton, Texas. Look up Stockton.
Okay.
Stockton has a private nuclear base. It hailed huge chunks of hail that they never seen before. Where'd you go, James? And remember, for those who are listening, it didn't happen anywhere else but in Stockton, Texas. That's it. That's the only city that it occurred in. Just like I said on my TikTok 2 months ago. Okay? So, you know, let me put it like this. The crazy thing is to people is they went back on my YouTube and looked at some of the predictions that I made, messages from God during the Gabby case. I said, not only was I covering the Gabby case, but I was also covering weather, 5G, everything that you see going on right now. I pre-warned everybody back then. I warned and I warned and I warned. Nobody listened. People call me crazy. Okay, but you know what? Now go to TikTok and look what all these young kids are doing. Exactly what we taught them to do. Oh, it's going good. It's going good. The eye is, it is messed up, but I have to keep it open from wearing sunglasses now all the time. He said to keep the eye, you know, air. But I had other problems. There's still, they call them pus pimples behind my eye. So now they gave me new medicine for that shit. So I don't know, maybe 6 months. But the suit, I think by 2023, let's say about December 2023, 24, I'm going to have it. A nice big stack of chunks. I ain't going to put it in the bank either. I don't trust the banks. I think I'm going to go to somewhere. I'm thinking about going to Switzerland on a vacation. I want to go, me and my partner want to go out to Switzerland and maybe open up a small company in Switzerland, being that Switzerland has no laws. CERN can open up their shit. You can open whatever the fuck you want in Switzerland. Okay? I
Well,
like
you
to put
could you can open up a Swiss bank account and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You see where I'm going with this? You open up a business there. Don't just go and open up a Swiss bank account, put your money there, you get in trouble. No, you go to Switzerland, you get your paperwork done, you open up a small company, you know what I mean? And then you get a business bank account there. You see what I'm saying? Now you have, well, why do you have a Swiss bank? Well, I have a business there. That's why. That has nothing to do with you, United States. That has to do with Switzerland. You play no part in this. Sorry. Bye-bye. How did you know how to do that? Well, I have friends in low places where the whiskey's. I got friends that work in the United Nations, man. And, I can't speak of certain things on here because James will get kicked the fuck off of this place completely. Yeah. I had another TikTok account. It had 6,000 followers. This is the third one. And it's banned because I talked about things that I shouldn't have said, maybe. Yeah. They took that shit down like that. Gone. Bye-bye. I don't think I'm getting that one back. They're not going to give it back, James. But my other account, 20,000 followers, okay? It's opened back up again. I am in jail, and I don't even know why. I think because they see the predictions coming again, and I'm showing the hail and the ice. I said, listen, I just told you guys about this like 2 weeks ago that this was coming. And people were like, yeah, man, you scare me. Some people are like, you scare me, bro, because you like literally called the shit and you said it was only going to do this in one city, and that's it. He said it only happened in Texas. I said, well, I said, wait till you see what's coming behind. And Julia is kind of like a small storm, it's just like a peak, it's not going to be a lot of wind damage. It's going to be some rain, it's going to rain in places where they need water, so that's to help the people, like droughts, but the one coming behind her, and then behind that one, behind her is Carl, okay? But behind him is one of the biggest fucking ice storms, okay, that America is ever going to fucking see. I'm telling you right now. And I'm promising you that. I promise that. Even though hurricane season is supposed to be over in November, remember, the climate has changed. But it's not the climate that's causing these storms, okay? I'm sorry. And it's not the government and fucking weather control and modifications. It's not them doing this. Yes, they could put clouds and seed into the sky, but they can only make it rain in certain areas. They can't make it pour, okay? They can't make tsunami. Well, they can make tsunamis happen. And we can get into that for a quick second, but I only can say so much. So Grandpa said that 2 of those torpedoes, but they're not really called torpedoes. They're called, what are they? For Poseidons, okay? They're called Poseidons. They're the submarine carries them, okay? And what these missiles are is basically they're connected to the sub, and the sub could let them out way deep under the water, okay? The reason why America lost track of that submarine is because you cannot read it on a radar because it moves too slow.
Yeah, well, you mentioned this before in detail.
But I'm going to get into real detail.
Say something. Hold on, Mike. I said it won't let me when I'm on my phone. It won't let me post a comment for some reason. I'm telling you, things are so screwed up tonight. So I forward you the link over on Facebook Messenger. Okay.
Okay.
It's over there, Mike. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah. So.
I'm going to go really in deep detail though, and I'm going to say something really quick, and then you can take it from there, everybody, whatever you want to think of it. Okay. But I got this from him, and he got this from somebody that he knows. Okay, remember, he was a chief engineer of a Russian warship. So this is nothing that you heard in the news yet, but it's from sources that he knows, okay? And he did bring it up on TikTok, but that video got wiped real quick. Like that, man, let me tell you. And it wasn't anybody reporting it because people wanted to hear that. TikTok took that shit down immediately, all right? So the Poseidons which they call the torpedoes. They are 100 megatons in the head, in the nuclear head, okay? Not only do they cause tsunami and a 1,600-foot wave that will cover anybody, okay? But it's also radioactive water. So that's the things people miss. They don't understand what radioactive water means, all right? Just think about that for a minute, all right? So basically, the submarine disappeared. So they're in fear that he's going to use this somewhere. He's not going to use it in New York because New York is open. The water, he's not going to come through here because our people, our military is watching that water closely. You bet on that, okay? So he's going to do it somewhere over. If he's going to do it, he would do it over in the California side because, you have to remember one thing, that Alaska and Russia, between that little part of water, there's only 2 miles apart. Do you know that? They're only 2 miles from each other. Russia to America is 2 miles away. So that makes it very easy for him to drop something right there where they're not going to even notice it. You know what I mean? He can drop it so far down and they'll find the deepest spots. Now, say he drops it 5,000 feet down under the water. It's not, the radar can pick shit up, but it cannot pick this missile up, okay? It's a Poseidon, all right? So basically it sits under the water and it just moves very slowly. Like you can't detect it. It is always moving. So you can't detect it. It doesn't stay still. So when they're ready, all they got to do is hit that fucking button, man. And it doesn't require no electric. It don't require no power, no electronics, because guess what? All it is a fucking button, James, all right? A button to detonate the shit. That's it, a remote button. No computerized shit, no EMP blast can knock it out, so there's no way possible that it could be stopped unless God stopped it. So when he hits that button, James, I just want you to think about this. What it does is now the thing is going to raise. It raises up as it's traveling 100 miles an hour. It's raising, okay? When it reaches a certain level, maybe, say the water's 10,000 feet deep. So when it reaches 5,000 feet, that's enough, enough runway for it to get its kick and right into the fucking bottom of the ocean, man, okay? So just think about this. Now it's up here and it turns like this where the head's facing straight down. And that's it. Fucking think 100 miles an hour plus the speed of the ocean pushing you down. And that landing into the ocean floor, no matter where the fuck you are, it don't matter. You can head for the mountains, you're dead. It don't matter, man. Because what it's going to do is not only is it going to cause the biggest tsunami that we ever seen, but it's also radioactive water, okay? So you're dead from the radiation alone. If that water touches you, good night, you're burnt. You'll burn to death, okay? That's how potent it is. Now, you think about something hitting the ground like that, a nuclear bomb exploding. It's going to go into the ocean. Remember, under the sand, you're going to see a crater so deep it could reach the fucking core. Now, once it reaches underneath the ocean, it explodes. Imagine that, a fucking nuclear bomb exploding underneath the Earth's crust. Now think about that shit. A nuclear bomb exploding underneath the Earth's crust. What do you think's going to happen? They could blow it off anywhere in the fucking world, okay? They could blow it off behind the Arctic walls, and guess what? Everybody in the whole fucking world is going to feel it because it's going to shift the plates. It's going to cause so much fucking destruction that we probably just be a big fucking hole, fall right in. And that's what that's what's so dangerous about this shit, okay? But here's a problem. They accidentally, he told me this, her grandfather. I'm going to say something real quick. They accidentally dropped one and two of them, and it detonated under the water before all these big storms came. Okay? Now, you have two options. It's either the power of God that's causing those storms, or because it's not really time yet. We're not in tribulations yet, okay? We haven't come to that point. Well, I'm going to get into something else that's going to bug you the fuck out, all right? And I got people on my TikTok, 1,000 following
the problem with blowing up nuclear bombs on the ground is it might affect the tectonic plates of, you know, the continents have these moving tectonic plates, and it'll set off really bad earthquakes worldwide.
Well,
And
that's
then, of
already
course,
happening. You don't watch the news, and I don't care about the fucking news. Listen, fuck the news, because you know what I find out? When those bombs went over Japan from Korea, I didn't believe that shit. I called my friend, okay? Juliet, she is, you know, Japanese, and she lives in Japan. And you know what she said to me? Yes, my mom is on that side. She said, I'm on the north side. I didn't see it, but over there, yes. The alarms went off, and them fucking missiles, the ballistic missile flew right over her mother, okay? That was true. But she's telling me this. She says that we are at war. America is at war with Korea, and so is Japan. We're just not, you know how the Bible tells you rumors of war? You're going to hear rumors of wars.
yeah, yes,
There are wars going on. It's not Ukraine. I'm getting into enough, but let me finish up the other topic. So 2 of them detonated under the water recently. So was it Putnam, or was it NATO, or was it a terrorist attack? Which one was it? Because there's earthquakes. Yellowstone is fucked up right now. You need to go check out Yellowstone, man.
Oh, I know.
They
The
got
super volcano is starting to rumble.
it's shaking. It's shaking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Serious shit going on. That's one.
If that goes off, the temperature of the whole planet will plummet. It'll go down a lot, and all the food, all the crops would die from low temperatures from that.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, because you know they're keeping an eye on it, but they're not. You know, yeah, it could be years before that even goes. Okay.
Yeah.
The main problem is right now is the whole world's being lied to, man. They're being lied to. You can listen to the media, but the media is starting to tell the truth, okay? But then on the other hand, you have to worry about the media showing you things that are going on in Ukraine, but they got green screens. And they've been using those green screens, and CNN's been caught for doing that shit. Showing things that are not true. Things that are blowing up in Ukraine that are not blowing up, okay? Because people are coming from Ukraine, you know, the refugees, and they're going, no, 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 that building's still standing right there. That's bullshit. There's people in Kyiv saying that they're going out to clubs and they're partying at night, and nothing's going on. There's no missiles or anything going on there. I have another friend that lives over there. He said, there ain't nothing going on, bro. There's no missiles or nothing. But she says they're lying. But her mother, Valerie's mother's in Ukraine and Odessa, and she says she sees missiles flying by. So she's not going to lie. So maybe they're lying because they're afraid they're going to get killed. All right, that's got to be the only reason. People are afraid to say things, man. They can't say it. You know, they just can't say. They can't talk. Her mother can't talk. When I ask her certain questions, she just doesn't answer. Because they're watching everything, you know what I mean? Or she may not even get that message. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's allies. Our allies are pulling out of NATO. You know that? They're pulling out of NATO. They're telling America, go fuck yourself. You're on your own. Yep. Iran condemns Russia, but now Russia comes out and says, okay, we did our bombing. We're done. All of a sudden, now you're coming out saying we're done. There's no need to shell like that anymore. So what do you got up your sleeve? Now, all of a sudden, it's just done. Think about that. But it's done, but he just brought General Armageddon, the Russian army leader, brought him in, okay? A rootless, heartless, non-human being, okay, that doesn't care about life. And he loves nuclear missiles, and he loves to bomb shit. So you put him in charge, and Putnam comes out today and says, well, after putting him in charge 2 days ago, Putnam comes out today and he says, yeah, no more bombing. No more shelling, you know, like that. So you really have to think about the way he said that. No more shelling like that. He didn't say the war is over. No more shelling like that. Let's think about the big picture. He's saying, you know what? You wanted to fuck around America. You wanted to get involved in my business. You want to put me in a corner. You want to face your missiles towards my country, okay, and not fucking move them, all right? You want to go and lie to Americans about what's really going on and not tell the Americans that we really went in Ukraine on a mission to take out all the fucking labs that, you know, their fucking party put in there. Biden has the fucking labs in there with Bill Gates and all of them. That's what he was really doing. He was taking that shit out to save all of us. And get
your audio is cutting out. Yeah, your audio is cutting out, man. I just want to say, Jason Cleveland, I can't find I can't find the button for screen share on my phone. I don't think I have that feature. And Mike, I sent you the link on Instagram. Yeah, I can't bring up the wheel because the mouse on my desktop must have water in it. Must still have water in it. So I guess it has to dry out. I mean, the light goes on in the mouse, but the cursor is frozen. And I plugged it, I unplugged it. No good, no good. Here he comes.
Hi.
Yeah, but
There
I
he
think
is.
that's what the camera.
No, this is different, man. We're on a nonsense of. Yeah, James, you know, they always do that when I get deep in detail, right when I'm about to say what I need to say. And, you know, that's why I try to like skip it and go into other things so that this way, you know, you kind of trick them. But they have certain words.
But my end, yeah, certain keywords that on my end, I'm having different technical weird things happening.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I said the video was violent because I told the world to pray. Start praying now. I said, because if you don't start praying, that button's gonna get fucking hit because you got it. One stupid idiot's gonna do it, man. There's gonna be one dumb motherfucker. I'm telling you that much, and it's coming soon. Because remember, God gave everybody free will and a choice. You have a choice. Yeah, you're right. You should head for them. The mountains are the safest place, but you want to be about 5,000 feet above sea level, or otherwise you're not going to be safe. And it doesn't matter.
Your audio is totally cutting out again, Paul. I don't know what's going on your end. I know you got new. I know you have T-Mobile right now.
Yeah, but it's good, and you know I know what they're doing, and it's common sense. We're gonna go over here to let them do what they want to do. These pricks, man, they're gonna cut me off.
You know those. You know the mega rich. They bought the old underground missile silos that they had during the Cold War. Okay, for the nuclear missiles. So they bought some of the silos and they created like underground homes in case of a nuclear war, you know, with the lead protecting it from radiation. But this is the point. Okay, they get the air from the surface. Now, the radioactive particles, they're going to go into that pipe to bring oxygen down into their bunker. But who knows if the filtration system could remove the radioactive particles. And what happens when they run out of food, Paul, down in the bunker? somebody's gotta come to the surface eventually, and that's when slow death. In other words, their life is extended, but it's temporary. It's limited after the
Listen,
nuclear.
they're not gonna live on the ground. They think they are. But what's gonna happen is when you blow a missile off, okay, under the ground, you know, Putnam knows what he's doing if he's gonna do it. What do you think they're gonna hit first? They're gonna go after all their bunkers. They know where they all are. They're gonna be the first ones gone. And if they go up in the air in their doomsday plane, let me explain to you, that doomsday plane can only handle how much radiation before it cracks. You know what I mean? That radiation clouds, imagine 2,000 fucking nukes going off, man, all over the world. They're not going to be able to go anywhere. Nobody will be able to escape that. You can go up to the mountains and jerk off all you want, but guess what? Eventually it's going to reach you.
All of the air currents.
I'd rather drop dead, man, and be right in the middle of it, seriously.
And then what happens when it rains? All that radioactivity comes down and hits the ground from the clouds. And honestly, what it comes down to, there's no escape from this type of nuclear war. There's no escaping it. Just like if the super volcano blows and you have tons of ash entering the atmosphere of the planet and surrounding the globe, and it blots out the sun, and the temperature plummets. There's no escape from that. You know, this is why Elon Musk is all obsessed with Mars. He thinks that a colony of humans could survive on a dying planet with a very thin atmosphere and radiation bombardments. You know, unless they terraform it, you know, meaning they put like algae and lichens and vegetation that could build the atmosphere and start growing them. Yeah, you're right. Where's Mike? I sent him the link on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger. Yeah, where is he? I had to remove Ronnie S because he was getting really belligerent and
he was sucking that while you were gone. He was drinking. I was watching him. He's sucking the liquor down. He was
He's not a.
I remember him, man. I can't forget. Ronnie's funny, man.
He's
funny though.
When he's sober, he's okay. When he drinks, he's not a happy drunk. He's a negative drunk.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's not the marijuana coming, you know, from the carburetor pipe there. The marijuana makes you happy and mellow. You know, relaxes you, you know, but maybe James, will you be on Stout Sunday? Hell no. I'm not drinking beer at early in the morning before breakfast. Are you kidding? No way.
I'll send you. Hey James, send these guys the link to my my new TikTok. I go live a lot on there, man. So they can hear me go live, and I do the music on there because if I start talking about what we're talking about here, forget it. They cut me. But I'm gonna open up the other channel now, my my YouTube, because YouTube, you know, they don't really mess with me, man. I can do pretty much what I want. You know.
Well, if they go to TikTok.
They never cut my content out. So
if they go to TikTok and all they have to do is type in Paul Anthony Manthea, right? You should come up.
No. I'm under another name, man. I got a couple of different talks. Yeah. I have to because, you know, I call them Dick Talk.
They're starting to apply this fascist censorship over there now.
Oh, they've been doing it, man. What are you kidding me? But listen. So when they shut my account down the other day again, you know, and I was on view only mode, I couldn't comment. And, you know, I had a video up and somebody reported the video, and then I went and appealed it and they restored it. and they kept me in jail, right? I'm going, wait a minute. So you're penalizing me for something I didn't do to make yourself look better? So I go to TikTok and I email them. You don't want to know. I put this shirt on and I went like this, James. Look, you see that? Wait, let me turn the light on. I sent them a picture of me. Valerie's uncle said, do this. Take a picture of yourself and make sure you showed him this on your shirt. So I took a picture, right, with it on.
Yeah.
And I sent it to them. You know, I wrote them a little statement there. I said, by the way, I said, you have a nerve to go and put me in jail when I did nothing wrong. I said, you banned my other account for no reason when I say to people, pray to God. I said, which shows that China and America is against God because you both run this place. I'm like, but I said, guess what? I have enough fans throughout all my pages. I said, well, I can do torture to TikTok. I said, I'll just show all the gun violence you got going on, the gun sales that you got going, trafficking, sex, little girls showing their asses on there. But I said, you don't ban them, but it's okay for an old man to go in there and go, oh, look at that sexy girl. And she's going, oh, but I'm only 9. You want to be with me? 9 years old, you know, and you're going to sit there talking to a 9-year-old like that? But TikTok will allow that, right? They allow that.
They're hypocrites, man.
No, because they only want you to promote violence and drugs and sex.
You know, this censorship that's going on all the social media platforms, I have a feeling it's coming from the United States government. Because now they're calling it misinformation. Everything is misinformation. Even the truth is misinformation.
Yep. Oh yeah, and you know what PayPal did? PayPal got a new policy now. If you have money in PayPal, okay, say you had $5,000 in PayPal, right? Well, even if you don't have money, if you go and if they feel you're giving misinformation on any social media site, they're gonna fine you $2,500 and take it out of your account, and you can't do shit about it.
So this is hardcore fascism we're talking about now.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. They're gonna deduct money out of your bank account or whatever, man. They're all gonna start doing it.
Well, you know what if that's the case, if that's the God's honest truth, I think I should terminate my PayPal account.
I did. I'm done with them.
Now, if you want to buy, see, the whole thing is so fucking convenient when you want to buy something and use your PayPal. Damn shit. You know,
look it up. Look it up. It's all over. It's all over, man. Even celebrities were talking about it. Fuck you, PayPal. And shit, I'll talk about what I want to talk about. You're gonna tell me what's in misinformation to you? Shit. They don't want you to tell the truth, man. Because the white, you know, the government's getting caught out there and exposed for every fucking thing they've done by people that have worked for them. People are coming out, man. Shit is leaking all over the place. Yeah, they don't want anybody to know that. And then they go get immigrants to go vote for them in New York, okay? Because they know they're going to lose. So they go get fucking immigrants and they're paying immigrants to fucking go vote. That's bullshit, man. You don't do that. But they're doing it. They're doing it. And they're funding.
Yeah,
funding
they're finding people from speaking their mind, the truth. And now because of social media, well, first came the internet. I mean, people were really getting educated as to the truth.
Yeah.
Internet. Then social media came, and then the truth was exploding all over the internet because of social media. And then people also have really good video capabilities with their phones. And if they see something strange, or if they see, let's say, cops doing something bad, you know, you never know who's filming you. And you got videos going online, exposing people, exposing the cops, exposing. You got underground media, alternative underground media, talking the truth, and they
Right
And
down
they
the
can't.
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Down the
that's
rabbit
right.
hole.
Yeah, that's right. Um, you know, the Book of Revelations, but it's not just the Book of Revelations. You know, even like Daniel's visions and like there were prophecy mentioned in the Old Testament too.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is that, look, I can't prove that the UFOs are extraterrestrials that people are seeing, and a lot of pastors are saying, well, those are demons because, you know, they can shapeshift. Like
Yeah, man. The demons, man. That's what it is. For real.
they can
Don't let your
shapeshift.
eyes
Like,
deceive you.
you're like, you know, the skinwalkers. They're
I mean, Valerie, she's alien. You know that, right? Look, honey, come here. Show them your
come
teeth. Show 'em how
on.
you're alien. She's alien, bro.
Well, I just want to say that listen. I want to say that I'm very happy and thank God she came out of her coma that you said she was in.
Yep. Yeah, she's got to
And
stay out of that.
when did she come out? What day
It
did
was
she
like,
come out
oh,
of it?
they didn't tell us. We went to the hospital, and I went, and she was out, and I guess the next day, man.
And you said her blood sugar was down to like 8?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
jeez.
how she lives through that shit, man. But you know, whatever. I ain't gonna ask. I'm not asking no questions, man.
No,
Nope.
she's there must be divine intervention.
Yeah, God's got to be doing something. But listen to this question, James. I know what he's talking about. They want all cars to be electric. And you see, when all the cars are electric, it's very simple. If you do something that they don't agree with, they will cut you the fuck off. The same thing with, you know, digital money. That's why they want to do a digital currency, so that this way they know everything everybody's doing. If you do something wrong, they can cut your money off and you can't even go buy goods or groceries. So they'll have full control. That's what that New World Order is. They
Well,
want control over everything, and then you own nothing, not even your house. Okay?
Well,
you don't own anything.
Well,
And
what
still
you're
pay taxes.
saying,
Still pay taxes,
all right,
but you own nothing, okay? That means
no, you
anybody
don't
can
own
walk in
anything.
your fucking house, bro, and lay in your bed. Let somebody come and lay in my bed. I'm gonna break their fucking neck, man.
They could search. I think they could search your home without a warrant, right?
Yeah, man.
Without a warrant. You know what this sounds like? Everything you just mentioned. This sounds like the mark of the beast.
It is. And next year, you know what the red heifers are? No, they call
No.
them heifers. Red
Nope.
heifers. They're the red cow. The red pure cow that goes to, you know, that's in Jerusalem right now. They got to be 2 years and 2 days old in order for them to sacrifice it. Once they sacrifice that, the temple will be completed. And that's when the Antichrist will come. They're already talking about it in Israel, in Jerusalem. It's all over the news, man. They got them. They're only a year and something old now, so they got to be 2 years and 2 days, completely purified. Okay, they can't have no white hairs. They can't have no milk ever. You know, used for milk, used for nothing, just virgins.
I
And
didn't
they
know
got.
there was. I didn't know they had a red cow right now in Jerusalem.
Look it up in the Bible, man. It's in the Bible. They're forcing this shit before it's time.
But they have it. They have
Yeah,
it.
they have it. They said they already got the Antichrist too. They said he's going to appear next year. Oh shit! Listen, gunshots, man.
I hear
it. Is it? You sure?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, look.
Sounds like gunshots to me.
No, they were fireworks.
Oh, okay.
I just looked out. I looked out. No, yesterday they were gunshots. This was fireworks, and you could actually see the fireworks up in the air.
Look at this. Look at what Jason Cleveland just said. Trudeau emptied the bank accounts of those truckers that protest in Ottawa, Canada, capital.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stole, you might as well say he stole all their money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. That's a crime as from where I came from.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen
Trudeau-
and bring the camera with me. And the light.
Trudeau really did that though. That he seems like such a nice guy when he speaks in public.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna make some food while I'm on the phone, you guys.
You know, I'm hungry too. I got codfish fillets that I already did the rice. I already did the brown rice with seasoned brown rice, and all I got to do is just fry. I'll fry the fillets in extra virgin olive oil with spices and hot pepper, and I'll lay it right on top of the bed of rice. That's what I'm going to eat. Like as soon as I get.
What are you going to get yourself an extra virgin?
The olive oil. What am I going to use the olive oil for? For lubrication?
Oh, you said you're going to get yourself an extra virgin, huh?
Extra? I don't think.
You're going to be with a virgin, James?
No, because they're too intimidated by the whole process. You know what I mean? They're very shy and they're very intimidated. But oh, what is that thing? What is that big hard thing sticking out? You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right about them. That's very true, man.
But anyway,
she made spaghetti. So she made spaghetti earlier. And
I made spaghetti the other day with bay scallops. I bought 2 bags of bay scallops.
And you see what I get? I get this.
Homemade sauce. What's
you
that?
See the cheese? I get the cheese like this, James. Not that fake. Yeah, real Pecorino Romano. The real shit, man.
Pecorino Romano, and you like the blend, Parmesan with Pecorino Romano?
Yeah, I do. I like the real shit though. I don't like that shit that comes in the jar. That craft shit, man. Don't ever.
No, you know what they put in that? They put sawdust in that.
Yeah, I know, man.
Cheese. When you see the word cellulose on the grated cheese can, that's sawdust.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You're right.
You know, and you know what their excuse is? So it doesn't lump up on you. It doesn't cake. I don't care if it cakes. Just take the lid off and get a butter knife or a fork or something, and break up the lumps. Break up the lumps. That's all you got to do. Listen. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go off the show. I'm gonna cook. Thank you very, very much for coming on the show. It was very enlightening. Thank you, Jason Cleveland. Thank you. I don't know what happened to Mike, but he vanished. Yeah, but anyway, thank you everybody, Bart Robinson, for being on the show. We really had unpredictable.
Bye.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye, everybody, and hopefully there'll be no calamities happening next Saturday. Let's keep our fingers crossed.